This is Witchspace News for Friday the 19th of October 2018. I'm Commander Burr. In this week's news, the Hutton Orbital Truckers are riding up a real life volcano. The latest issue of Sagittarius Eye hits the newsstands. The FUSANG Heavy Engineering Corporation needs your haulage. Type 9 canyon racing is a thing, and there's some information about scenarios coming in quarter 4. As well as all that, I'll have this week's Thargoid Report. A group of Elite Dangerous players are cycling up a volcano for charity. You can't make this stuff up. On November the 11th, the team from the galaxy famous Hutton Orbital Truckers will be cycling up Mount Teide in Tenerife, which is a staggering 12,198 feet high or 3,718 metres. When they reach the summit, they'll be spending a night under the stars and then cycling back down again the next day, which I would imagine will be considerably easier than the journey to the top. For this gargantuan effort, the Truckers Up Teide team has set the ambitious goal of £10,000 for their two chosen charities, special effect and hearing dogs for deaf people. Right now the team have raised over £2,500, but they need more support. If you want to help with this amazing effort, then you can donate as little as £1. Everything will help and it only takes a few seconds to do. Links are in the description to everything you need. The ride will be tracked online with satellite tracking on one of the riders, and photos will be uploaded where possible. But obviously, you know, it's a volcano. An active volcano. Only with Hutton are things like this possible. The latest issue of the amazing Sagittarius Eye magazine is out now and it's free to download. Links are in the description below. The artwork and production values on this frankly unique feature of the elite community continues to astound and amaze. This month's journal contains articles on the real antagonists in the Thargoid conflict, the life of the famous cyborg owner of Jacques Station, as well as an image of a co-pilot and his long-suffering but nonetheless dedicated and some might say dashing commander pilot owner. Do yourself a favour and go grab it. It's a great companion for those times when you're forced to deal with the real world and its associated nonsense. A new startup player run corporation is looking for commanders to help out with PvE haulage duties. The FUSANG Heavy Engineering Corporation is starting up business in Federation space but holds no affiliation with any superpower. If you're a hauler looking to turn a profit with other like-minded commanders and maybe run some joint hauling missions, then give them a look. As well as haulers, FUSANG will be looking for fighter cover to escort their convoys, as well as dedicated mining ships. And with the changes coming in quarter 4, this could be a great time to get on the ground level with a new startup corporation in the game. Links are in the description to everything you need. And on the subject of slow moving, hard to manoeuvre haulage, Commander Ascorbius, creator of the YouTube channel Mostly Aimless, is hosting a Type 9 canyon racing event on the 4th of November. Yes, you heard that right, Type 9s in a canyon racing. The idea is to stay as low and as fast as possible, I can guarantee low will be happening, in a Type 9 in the prescribed canyon, and the races will be monitored by armed race stewards to ensure fair play. If you want to sign up to participate, and why on earth wouldn't you, links are in the description below. The PC GamesN website is running a series of articles based around the release of the Q4 content, and in what appears to be at least a slightly earlier than anticipated article, they detail the new scenario system and how it will play out for commanders. This information isn't due to be released by Frontier until I think the 25th of October in a live stream event, so this information appears to at least have been made public a little bit by accident possibly. Certainly a little bit earlier than Frontier would have liked, I'm guessing. As it could be considered slightly spoilery territory, I'm not going to say any more in this video, but there is a link to the article in the description below if you fancy getting an early preview. And finally commanders, here's this week's Thargoid Report. As always, this information is gleaned from the excellent weekly thread on Reddit by Burton Simmons. Last week, here we go, the Dullurs, the Lee Zinkni system and the Kariko system were targeted by the Thargoids. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but Lee Zinkni took a kicking. and as a result Ramelli Terminal is now very steadily ablaze. Basic medicines will fetch a good price at Ramelli Terminal and slightly less at the rescue ship which is parked nearby. There will also be evacuees looking to get off of the burning station, and they're willing to pay for a seat in an economy class cabin with both credits and materials. I've done a few videos about this stuff before. I loves me a good rescue. Do give it a try if you're able. It's great fun. If you are going to do it, bring all the heat sinks. Links to my videos on this subject are in the description below. You'll also be able to get missions from the rescue ship to go and scoop up floating debris in the station. They're worth doing as well. Systems identified by Canon as under threat this week are Gertrud Nogambi, which has also previously targeted in July apparently, and HIP 9141. Someone definitely doesn't want us beating the Thargoids every week, do they? The Nogambi system also contains a disabled megaship apparently, so if you fancy running some emergency evacuation operations, again I love this stuff, give it a go if you've not tried it. There's some links below to videos where I've harped on about that at length as well. If you fancy doing this stuff in a wing, I would highly recommend you look up the Hive or the AXI via their Discord channels. Links to both those organisations are in the description below. As I've stated before, you don't generally need anything special to take out the scout level Thargoids, but the entry level anti-Xeno weaponry requires no unlocking and it really helps. It's a great way to get your combat rank up, as well as the scouts count as elite ranked ships and pop very nicely, thank you very much. If you are heading out there, I would highly recommend you take decontamination limpets, and as always commanders, pick your fights with care. If you'd like to help with previous attacks in the clear up operations, Operation Ida will have you covered in that regard. They're always looking for new haulage commanders. As always, everything I've talked about is linked in the description below. If you're wondering why I've not covered off anything from Frontiers stream last night, I'm doing a separate video on that just because it's such an enormous subject and there's way more to cover than I can possibly squash into one of these bulletins. So for this video, that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for making it this far. I honestly do appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, do remember to hit the subscribe button and also give the video a thumbs up. That stuff really helps the channel. You can also hit the little bell notification on the bottom right hand side. That'll give you an alert as soon as I upload a new video. I'll be back as soon as humanly possible with more videos. Until then, 07 commanders, follow the greens on the way out and do keep clear of the toast rack. I very much look forward to seeing you next time.